My name is Laura. My partner is Stefania, Lexi, and Fernanda. Today we are going to introduce according the Kolb theory using Classcraft. To start, we are going to present you what does Classcraft do. So, according to Classcraft, it's a student center, so it's designed to generate a consistent flow of high quality data that provides clear insights to students' behaviors and school culture. Most importantly, it shows you one work, working, and what should be improved. The most effective behavior supporting the preventive and data driven. So according that, we are going to use a Classcraft like a platform that the students could start using an avatar and using the gamification to learn according to code theory. So at the moment, in the first step, that the students need to recreate the avatar according they like it. So to start, we are going to introduce according to Kolb theory. So first of all, it was published in 1984. Kolb's learning styles are widely used as one of the most renowned learning styles theory. Kolb's theory focuses on the learner's personal development and perspective. Unlike the conventional didactic methods, the learning is responsible to guide his learning progress in experimental learning. Experiential learning is a great way to learn skills. It allows students to apply the knowledge in the real life situation, like the Classcraft tool provides us. Because according to the avatar, they need to use the gamification to improve their abilities and the skills that they could acquire in the process of the game. So, according to research, the experiential learning encourages active participation, critical thinking, creativity, problem solving, collaboration, and communication skills. So, according to that, they could interact with the platform and use all this knowledge that they want to improve and acquire according to Kolb theory. And the conventional didactic methods include lectures, textbooks, and homework assignments. These methods teach facts and concepts, but not necessarily how to apply them in the real world situation. So according to that, we are going to use Classcraft using the creativity and collaboration and communication skills, because in the platform, the students could interact with the another partners, and they could work in groups. So how can Kolb theory be applied in the classroom using Classcraft? The gamification is based on which the Classcraft is based, a tool designed to turn classes into an online role-playing game with fantastic settings in which different challenges must be overcome with points. We are going to create a class where the students must keep up learning process and explain, and they must go through each.
Well, in this theology is really important, the relative observation and of the new experience. Wait, how do you include in Classcraft in this tool for new interactive with a technology and our students? So the first characteristic or topic I can to um, help or see for Classcraft and refers in relative observation of the new experience is the role play games. Actually, is a really similar video games, really popular. For example, LOL, League of Legends, and the character we can they can interactive with activities and create with the teacher a good experience for the different activities have. Um, the second is what behavior do you want to engagement. This is important because when the teacher create the personality plays in Classcraft for teams for the students, he needed to give specific topics for wind or fold for the students. For example, the character, the students, have the power for go to the bathroom, have the power for use the iPod and listen music. Um, for example, see the nose have in the classroom. But for have these powers, he need to keep more points. So he needed to participate in the activities and have a different characters. For example, here, warrior, mager, or leader. Depends what is your character. You have different powers, or you can to lose these powers and the points. If you, for example, you irrespectful in with the teacher, or you don't give your homeworks at the time. So it's a good experience for understand what is the best way have the points in the plans, and of course have a good notes and have the really knowledge for the student. For next, well, this is a strong visual platform. The difference with other platforms I can use, I see at the dials have in when you into in the screen, the characters have a really important, for example, in a dress, in a face, the view you can see, you feel like a star in a forest, for example, or like a word new, and the homeworks you can to use is for this word have a goal for getting for a class, not only for like a boring paper and pencil, and you have repeat and repeat, you feel you into, for example, here is similar League of Legends, and you can do but with education objects, and you can to resolve different problems, but you feel you have a specific goal because you can to uh, explore the place you are right now in the platform classroom, um, and you can to help your team, well, in this case the students, for get more points. If you help your team, you have a best points, and you can to get the best the best notes in the subject. And the last one is curious about how it's work. It is very likened to the student, and new platform is interactive, and you can resolve the questions with the teacher, or in YouTube you can see it tutorials for understand better.
For the next styles is coordinating. Coordinating is thinking and do. So we associate with the app. The Classcraft helps engage students academically with built-in tools that encourage deeper engagement. Take students on quest for knowledge and watch them engage in their own success. So the idea for this app is can help to make a changes for the life in the academic in the education. Sorry. So the idea is the students change and grow by three core physical needs. For the first is the autonomy, because the students no have an autonomy in the classroom and in the home. So the idea is the students create and grow for this core, for this need. So the second need is the competence, and the three is the relatedness. So it's important to highlight it of the intrinsic motivations. In the classroom, it provides autonomy, competence, and the relate widely, helping to produce the intrinsic motivation. So, how to create the motivation for the students? So, the tool or the game make a different competence. So the first competence is make a missions. So the idea is turn lesson plans in the learning adventures. So the idea is for the teachers make a homework in the app or in the tool, and the students make a homework and pass the next level. Sorry. So the next level is the notes convert. The next convert provides more representative rights by convert exam scores into gain points. The idea with this level, the notes convert, is the students that level up for the characters. So it's easy to important assessment track student progress, and error points when the student complete the work. So the next level is the boss barrel. The boss barrel is change the way they learn and prepare for the exam or a test. Refer formative assess. The students play together with the age correct answer and heal the defect of
This
most.
opportunity, we have the learning style based on the theory by David Kolb that is entitled The Theory of Learning by David Kolb Cycle. Well, before starting explaining this, I would like to define the accommodating learning style. Well, it refers when, well, in terms of educational environments or educational field of study, we can say that is when the students are starting to figure out things using the good instincts rather than performing the routine analysis. Well, that's it. As you can see on the screen, the coordinated learning style is placing between two different concepts. The first one is active experimentation, and the second one is concrete experience. We can say that active experimentation in terms of educational environment as well is when the students use new theories, new research, new concepts for making decisions for solving problems. But before doing this, the students have to have a specific purpose for learning. On the other hand, we have concrete experience. This concept is so correlated with the first one because in this stage or in this concept, the students use of prior experiences for creating a new one. I would say that in a formal learning situations, it is very common that some people use this accommodating learning style for for working or to have or to get assignments done, to set goals, to do field work, and to test out with different approaches to completing a project. On the other hand, apart from those things that I mentioned before, I would like to say that one of the most challenges that are facing nowadays some pre-service teachers and educators in a general way is to encourage the motivations in a classroom. That is why I place these kind of questions based on the theory. The teachers needs to create questions like that to create hypothetical cases in the minds of studying students. It means that the students, or the purpose for this is that the students ask themselves, what if I did this? What are those consequences? Do I win if I do this? Something similar to that. Um, because as we already know, the learners are usually good with complexity things. Well, that's all for my intervention, and that's all for my insights about this last stage about the theory.